Hello, everybody. It's me, Mr. Egg, and as always, I'm with Alex, and we're gonna say who's here for a rumble.
Yeah, a little bit different in our opening contest. We are starting off with a rumble to determine qualification for a trios title.
So as we've alluded to, there will be a trios championship in Multiversal Portal Wrestling. And it appears as though, unfortunately for Pac and Mitaka Michinoku, two of the best juniors in history, they are going to be starting us off.
Yes, Pac representing Death Triangle, Takamichinoku representing, I believe it's currently just 5 guys.
Not to be confused with the restaurant chain of the same name.
No, not to be confused. So, as far as how qualification's going to work, the winner of the Rumble gets effectively a bye. They are immediately into the finals. Second place and the most eliminations will face off next week to face the winner of the Rumble.
Makes sense to me. So Alex is going to be the custodian of the count.
Yes, it gives people who even come out earlier, like Pac and Taka, a chance to potentially make it further without having to necessarily run the whole gauntlet.
Now, I believe this is a matchup that never happened, which is kind of a shame considering, we had Michinoku Pro, New Japan, and Dragon Gate. Where all three kind of, both of them tread, so to speak.
Yes, I imagine it's a case of ships passing in the night, never quite lining up.
Speaking of people that are sailing through the night, here's Tsunosuke Takeshita representing the Don Callis family.
Yeah, sending out the alpha, the heavy hitter of the Don Callis family, if you will, in Konosuke Takeshita.
Konosuke Takeshita. We'll get you with the pronunciation eventually, don't worry.
I was like, which one of us watches AEW regularly?
You. Not me.
Right.
Yeah, like you pronounce Konosuke Takeshita.
It's definitely Takeshita.
Yeah, is that the Takeshita?
I know I stumbled over the first name, but that's more just a speech impediment than me getting it wrong.
Yeah, I'm used to hearing Don Callis say stupid shit.
Don Callis does be talking a lot of bullshit.
And has the worst entrance theme in history.
Yes, I too love brown noise.
Yeah,
Speaking of brown noise...
Hey, Eddie Edwards is not brown noise.
No, but he is representing the system.
Yes, but to be fair, let us not shit on Eddie Edwards. He is a very talented wrestler in his own right.
Yes, I mean most of the members of the system are very talented wrestlers. That doesn't make them, collectively not questionable beings.
Yes, they're also quite tempting, apparently. That's a quote.
We do not need to call out every instance of my speech impediment.
I know. It's just the early days. Just caught me off guard with tempting. Yes, Eddie Edwards of the System and the Wolves as well, formerly a teammate of Davey Richards.
No, I as much as I, did some work in organizing this, I did not check with the referees if we are counting...
Oh, for God's sake, there's a 3D.
I mean, it was going to happen at some point during this match. I felt like that was inevitable. I did not check if we are just doing over the top rope or if pinfalls and submissions also count for this.
I did double check with Earl Hebner. It is over the top rope.
It is over the top rope only, so...
Yeah, Earl Hebner decided to do tradition. There's a Michinoku driver.
Michinoku driver from the man himself.
Yeah,
into a crossface.
And yeah, there we go. Earl Hebner's staying away. We're not doing WCPW rules here.
And no traditional Royal Rumble. Pac going through the middle rope. Body covering half the ring.
Yeah, that was a hell of a leap from the bastard. Rather Newcastle upon time. Michinoku
Michinoku driver.
Into the crossface again. High wrench on the crossface, may I add.
Yeah, trying to wear out the spine of the bastard.
Not a bad strategy. And now the Stone Pitbull of Chaos, Tomohiro Ishii, coming to the ring. I would have cocked up that one, not gonna lie.
What, Tomohiro Ishii?
Yeah, because it's spelt not like it sounds. There is a red arrow from Pac.
To the back of Takumi Chinoku.
Yes, Ishii representing Chaos. Chaos's other members have not been determined as of yet, but quite the roster on their hands.
As to Ishii taking a bit of a break from the conglomeration, going back to his OG faction.
And the thing is, they could call anyone from Chaos history. Remember, he was Trios champion with Okada.
Yeah, lot in history in Chaos. No, lot of friends from Chaos that stem from Great Bash Heel, even like some very long standing teammates. Might actually see Yano. Who knows?
Okay, Boomer, you're up.
Yes, representing the dugout with his brother and Mr. Touchdown.
Indeed, Mark Anglesetti. Not to be confused with Action Andretti. Easy to confuse the two.
More wrenching at the spine from Taka.
Yeah, Boomer. I'd say that Boomer. Is an advantageous number. Beautiful knee there by Takeshita, by the way. But
that running power drive knee from Takeshita, one of his signature techniques.
Well, Boomer's been the underdog quite a few times. Like we saw in the tag matches, we saw in the Who's Here Rumble. Boomer can pull the trick out of the bag, so to speak.
Yeah, we've seen how much heart the Hatfields can put into a match. So an early draw for them might not be the biggest downside.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been more preferable to have a long one, but, getting an early entrance is not too bad. At least it's not entrant 1 or 2.
Taka taking advantage of the lax rules of
Pac's
the Rumble.
gone.
Pac's gone. Taka are getting the first elimination.
Keska dumping Boomer through the middle.
Yeah, just scoop slam. Boomer able to roll out. Catch his breath for a moment.
Takumi Chinoku, the most well-known junior heavyweight champion in WWE history.
Yeah, like probably one of the most prolific of that division. Mahi Stroll won't be any good in this match. No covers.
Beautiful
German suplex from Takeshita, the man who did an entire thesis of on the move.
Yeah, and hell, he even did the stall just to guarantee the extra little pressure. Oh god, it's Brody King.
Big bad Brody King. Had plenty of Rumble experience as Brody King. Yes, winning one of the previous Royal Rampages.
Not only that, but he's also competing in the Battle Riot of MLW. Beautiful lariat on Eddie Edwards.
This is Brody King representing the House of Black.
You gotta think Malachi and Buddy are both, foaming at the bit, watching backstage.
You gotta think Brody might go for eliminations here with this sort of earlier draw.
It's not a bad strategy.
You definitely think if anyone can go for that strategy, Brody King definitely seems like one of them.
I mean, Brody's the man who won the Rumble on Rampage by choking out Darby Allin.
Yeah, had him in a hanging sleeper.
Here's the ticking time bomb of Los Ignorables de Japón.
Los Ingobernables de Japón.
Yeah, or however you want to not pronounce it. There he goes outside.
I was saying that wasn't. He managed to save that from not being over the top rope, but Brody King was getting the quickest elimination.
Yeah, in MPW history, here is representing
Legado del Fantasma.
Thank you very much. It is Santos Escobar. I was going to say the LWO, but I remembered they also have an entrance in this match.
Yeah,
someone got eliminated there. I think who got eliminated? I heard a bell.
I'm not sure who got eliminated, and I'm not sure who did the eliminating. I will have to go back.
Well,
I believe it was Boomer who's got eliminated.
Yeah, Boomer's out. That's damn sure. I think it might be Eddie.
It was either Eddie or Takeshita.
I am uncertain at the current moment. We will put
So
a asterisk next to both with one elimination.
Yeah, I will confirm between now and next week. But the only one we know for certain is Taka's.
You'd feel as though like the Boston Celtic green shoes would have given it away, but no, massive bodies.
No, we were massive bodies. We were focusing on the new man in the ring.
And we took advantage of it. Again, to remind people, as of current, we have Chaos, Just 5 Guys, the Donkas family, The System, Los Ingobernables de Japan, the faction for Santos Escobar. Yes, I keep forgetting Legado del Fantasma. There goes Ishii!
That's 2 for Taka.
Yeah, Taka eliminating Stone Pitbull. Surprise early elimination for him, considering his endurance factor.
Takeshita holding on. Eddie holding on. The system and the Don Callis family having a bit of a feud. I mean, maybe it's because of, No,
it's Suplex
TNA
City!
driving Don Callis out.
Takeshita's done at least 17 Germans. There he goes.
There he goes. So it's possibly 2 for Eddie Edwards.
Well, now it's 3, potentially. He's at least tied.
He's at least tied, and
if he gets
Taka
one more, it's guaranteed.
Yeah. And we mentioned the LWO. Joaquin Wilde coming in, representing the LWO.
Yeah, former member of Legado del Fantasma.
Yeah, Santos turning on
the LWO.
Wilde and Cruz.
And Dragon Lee, and Rey Mysterio, and Selena Vega.
I mean, technically,
a lot of people.
Dragon Lee wasn't even in the faction at the time. Dragon Lee was brought in almost to replace Santos. Santos got mad at Ray bringing in Carlito, of all people, who is now representing the Judgment Day.
For some reason. Oh, God. It's a submission specialist. Timothy Thatcher.
Yeah, saying he's brought together a team of, hard-hitting mat technicians, and has come to, try and get them a place in being the first to win the trios titles.
And I mean, I don't blame him. Timothy Thatcher, one of the former members of Ring Conf, who WWE fans might know as Imperium. Oscar coming out early.
Yeah, representing Damage Cartel.
Or whatever they will be named once Dakota Kai leaves. Was thrown out. Well, Eddie's in the lead now, so let's not even
Eddie
worry.
is now officially in the lead, regardless of that extra 1.
Eliminating Santos Escobar. There goes Brody King. That's a surprise. Takahashi getting one.
Big surprise. One for Hiromu Takahashi.
And Roddy Strong comes out to replace immediately. Former AEW International Champion?
I mean, yes, although MJF is currently calling it the American Championship.
Yes, but considering that's debuting with him, I'm not going to call him the American Champion this time.
No, neither am I. It is still the International Championship. Former Ring of Honor, pretty much everything title.
Yeah. Former Cruiserweight Champion.
Yes.
North American Champion as well.
I would say that was the one I was about to ask about, is if he won the North American Championship.
Yes, because it was Fish and Riley with the tag and Cole with the world.
Fisherman Buster from Eddie Edwards.
And yes, I referred to the NXT title as a world title. It was defended in Japan. It's legally won.
The top belt is a world championship.
Yeah, it's been defended in Canada, Japan, UK.
Stronghold. It's not going to get the submission. Interesting choice to do that against Thatcher of all people.
Yeah, he's got to make a statement sometimes. Beautiful atomic drop, dropping Thatcher on his Timothy's. Dropping him once again on the Timothy's.
Timothy on his Thatcher's gory bomb.
We have not seen a gory bomb in a long time. My God. Beautiful
Oscar
execution.
Countering out the powerbomb.
Ladies and gentlemen, Injuries do not matter. Big E coming to the ring. Thatcher just eliminated Joaquin Wild, by the way.
Yes, I saw. So there's one up for Thatcher. Eddie currently with at least 3, maybe 4.
Did you see
Thatcher
that
with 1.
suplex?
Yeah,
Big
almost an
E
inverted suplex.
Yeah, headlocking, lifted him off the ground. Beautiful technique. Eddie eliminates Takahashi, putting it to 4 or 5.
Yeah, and means Takahashi isn't going to be chopping on his heels. Thatcher now the only other person in the match with an elimination.
It is. Here comes Brian Cage representing the Cage of Agony. Still a terrible name.
It really is, and Cage very happy that he isn't going to get stopped the same way he got stopped in the last Rumble.
Yes, for those
because
who
there isn't pinfalls in this Rumble, and also because the competitor that he got eliminated by isn't here.
Yes, because I did check. Godzilla is not in the locker room. And yes,
was that
you heard me
by
right.
Thatcher?
No, it was not.
Thatcher? I don't think it was.
It was not.
It was between the ropes.
Yeah, I think he barely managed to slide on through to the other side. But yeah, it's got
very good ring awareness of Thatcher.
Yeah, same for Cage there. As we're saying, Cage got eliminated by a two-zone power driver from the top rope by Godzilla. Son of a gun!
Yep, the patriarchy, somehow managing to talk their way into this. I guess Cage isn't the loserweight champion, so Christian Cage, that is. So they are technically available to come for this belt.
Despite the fact that they've lost everything apart from the loserweight match.
It really is telling.
And the match.
The juice is loose.
Yeah, it's the Funky Juice himself, Juice Robinson, representing the Bang Bang Club, which is what I imagine a 5-year-old calls the Bullet Club.
Or the Bullet Club Gold.
Bang Bang Club just sounds so freaking juvenile. Like, if wrestling had a kids division, that's what the Bullet Club division's called. The Bang Bang Club.
It is Bang Bang Gang.
Oh, even more childish.
No, at least that one has some flow to it.
I mean, no, to be fair, if it was a kids one, it'd be the Pew Pew Crew.
Pew Pew Crew.
That actually also works.
From,
Sorry, I just busted myself with the Pew Pew Crew. Roddy pulling off his best Bane impression on Big E.
Breaking the bat, in this case, in the form of Big E.
Yeah, I'm going to just call that the Nightfall, Jesus. Double underhook powerbomb.
I think he actually landed him on his knee. Messiah the backbreaker going to work.
Asuka,
I think that was another elimination for Thatcher.
It was. Asuka's eliminated. Asuka's walking away.
That's 2 for Thatcher and 4 or 5 for Eddie Edwards.
Went for the double underhook. Fingers going for the tire driver. Eddie counters out. Nick Wayne winning the blows there. Timothy going for it again. Nails the underhook suplex.
2 people with eliminations trying to take each other out. It very much now becomes like 2 different games. Do you try and stay in, go for the long haul, or do you just try and get as many people out as possible?
There's the second one for the road.
How
did Team 3D not qualify for this? Did they lose Runt? Did they lose Runt and Big Dick?
They couldn't convince Spike.
Did they not convince Big Dick Dudley?
Apparently not.
I think Big Dick Dudley would be willing to do anything, but hey, who knows?
I mean, you also think there was someone else from ECW they probably could have talked into it, but no.
Yeah, like the 5th Dudley. Or Balls Mahoney, or Rhino, or Rob Van Dam, or Sandman, or Tommy Dreamer, or Raven. Hell, I would have taken C.W. Anderson.
Roll-up means nothing. Nick Wayne still having a lot to learn. Christian Cage, not a very good father.
And if people are questioning how many more ECW people can Dan name, I'm not going to, but there's at least 8. There goes Edwards.
There goes Edward. Did you catch who got
Thatcher.
Edwards out?
It was Thatcher, 100%.
So that's 3 for Thatcher, and Thatcher now the only one who can, try and match Eddie Edwards' record currently.
Yeah. Mysterio shoulder bumping Eddie Edwards. Not sure what his problem is.
I think it's just Dom being Dom.
Well, being a pathetic sack of shit.
I mean, he's not much without Mommy.
I mean, hey, I just agree. Oh my god, dropped on the head from Brian Cage.
Real close.
Oh, that's gonna hurt the neck. And Big E's had the history of neck injuries.
Drill core onto Big E of all people.
Cage does not care for your medical history. Dominic's out of the ring by Nick Wayne. The only time I think I want Nick Wayne to eliminate somebody. Though they both eliminate each other, that would be ideal.
I think a lot of people would agree with you. Timothy Thatcher trying to take out the arms of Roderick Strong.
There's a big ending.
Cage.
Yeah, retribution of sorts.
Retribution not featuring in this Rumble.
Yes, however, I have heard Dijak wants to bring some people in.
Yeah, Dijak looking to maybe get some outsiders, get some insiders, whichever way around it is.
Oh god, I heard rumors that TMDK were bringing back a veteran. I didn't expect it to be Bronson Reed.
Yeah, Bronson Reed, otherwise known as Jonah, had a amazing run in the G1 with TMDK.
Yeah.
Left to go in.
Cage was eliminated 2, by the way.
Yeah, I was saying that was 2 for Cage.
Yes, I believe.
Yeah, went to go to the WWE. Is now back with TMDK.
Nick Wayne is out. I know that. Big E just eliminated. Brian Cage up to 3.
3
Tying
for
with
Cage, 3
Thatcher.
for Thatcher, and the 2 again. Thatcher sees someone else creeping up, and he's focusing on them. I think Thatcher is going for the eliminations here.
Yeah, Mysterio, Big E. Can't even remember who the other one was. Oh, Nick. What? No, not Mysterio. Mysterio's that. I mean Nick Wayne. Oh my god! A teamwork double suplex.
Triple German.
Well, Thatcher's down
Thatcher
the
taking out Cage.
Problem sorted
That's
there.
4 for Thatcher.
Thatcher nearly had Eddie Edwards' number. Eddie Edwards either 4 or 5, depending on if he eliminated Tanahashi.
Yeah. If it was him or Takeshita that got that elimination. So like one more Thatcher is almost guaranteed. 2 more Thatcher is guaranteed currently to be the leader.
Yeah. I wonder what happens if it's a tie for most eliminations. Do you think it'd be a triple threat?
I don't know if we could do a triple threat treat. I think we just have to have another level of qualifying, which would honestly just make the the most eliminations winner have even more of a tough journey to actually get the title.
Yeah, I mean, technically speaking, only 1 could be second place, but 2 can definitely have 5 eliminations. From Chase University, it's Duke Hudson, former renowned poker player. Also, he claims.
Yeah, it took a bit for people to trust Duke in Chase U, but now he's out here representing Chase University.
I mean, having a punchable face does tend to do that.
It certainly helps.
It's Carl Anderson, the OC, making their way into NXT, bringing Mi Chin into the brand once more. Now bringing Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows into the forefront. Gotta think that they'll be teaming with AJ Styles.
Yeah, Good Brothers wanting to go back with their fellow King of Trios teammate.
Also, side note, I so dislike that theme compared to the original. Shane Taylor Promotions comes in at 22 with Shane Taylor himself wanting to do the work.
And we know Shane Taylor can put in work when it comes to Rumbles. Most eliminations and the longest in and the winner of the first Rumble from in our series.
And he's the 22nd entrant. That's a hell of a good number to pull. A lot less work needed.
Yeah, it doesn't have to go as long.
Number 23, representing the recently reformed Rascals. My pick, Wes Lee. Super excited to see this man.
The boys got back together, trying to breathe life back into Wesley.
Batches out.
That's Thatcher out.
Hudson.
So either Thatcher is tied or Eddie Edwards is still the leader.
Yeah,
depending on that one elimination we're not sure about.
Hudson might have been the spoiler maker there.
That does put one on the board for Hudson.
That puts one on for Juice by Jonah. That puts nearly two on.
Stereo holding on again.
I think Robson wants to be the one.
Juice desperately wanting Mysterio out.
I mean, to be fair, we're running out of entrants. Like, if you want to get 5, you're gonna have to put in the work.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult to catch up at this point.
Oh my God! What is Wesley planning? A 619.
Or a Tiger feint kick. Go through all the names.
Paul San Diego, I think he just gave Juice a nosebleed.
The juice is juicing.
The juice is flowing, not in the way he wants. Anderson and Wesley now going to trade blows. Now Anderson getting teamed up by Juice and Wesley, former rival there, teaming up against Carl Anderson.
And quickly, those short little team-ups fade. Now Juice and Wesley trading blows once more.
Beautiful high angle enziguri catches Juice in the back of the head.
And I don't think it's anyone surprised that Mysterio lost in a punching contest with Shane Taylor.
Oh my God, it's Hikuleo. We haven't seen him in a while. That's all even. That's all is a while.
Hikuleo, the youngest son of Haku, representing the sons of Haku.
Yes, and the name I'm most likely to mispronounce as Hikuleo.
Honestly, I think everyone has done both names at some point.
It reads Hikuleo, okay? And I believe this is the last entry? At least in my knowledge, Alex Shelley was meant to be.
Alex Shelley in for representing a couple old friends, long-term friends, in forming a trios. And I believe while we were watching that entrance, Juice got a second elimination on Wes Lee.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I love me some Wes Lee, but Duke
also looking for a second, not able to catch up yet.
Juice gets the second.
Juice, however, on 3.
Juice gets Anderson.
4. One more guarantees him a spot of some sort.
Yeah, gets rid of Hudson.
2 more, and I think Juice almost certainly will be the most eliminations.
Yeah, we'll leave the tie. Might end up with 3 people. Yeah,
he's at 5. I mean, currently he's at 4. So
yeah, I mean Eddie Edwards is also at 4, and so is
Thatcher. So
yeah,
so as it stands, depending on whether Eddie did get that earlier elimination, it's either a 3-way tie or Eddie Edwards winning. If Juice gets one more, it's either a tie or the Bang Bang Gang have their spot. So 2 more eliminations for Juice, and they have guaranteed their spot.
And it's Action Andretti.
I suppose some of our ordering might be a bit out of order.
Yeah, like I have it noted here. Alex Shelley was given number 30. Not sure what happened here. I guess we're going to see an extra 4 competitors. Beautiful powerbomb neckbreaker there from Taylor and Andretti.
Not quite sure what happened with the ordering, but
I also
we do still have a handful.
Dalton Castle
making his way in. We're not quite sure who his boys are that he's going to be wrestling with, but he's going to get through this Rumble first.
Well, you know the phrase, don't anger a flaring peacock.
Don't mess with the Peacock's boys.
Don't mess with either. Dalton Castle, of course, Ring of Honor mainstay, former Ring of Honor World Champion. Beloved Queen fan. Lance Archer.
Yeah, well, Lance, has been getting the tutelage of Jake the Snake for a while, and Jake recruiting the Righteous into his tutelage as well. The three of them have been doing pretty impressive work together, so you've got to imagine that's the trios if we get through this.
Yeah, you gotta think that, Lance are gonna call in the favors. Haven't seen Lance before in MPW, but, the allure of the title just brings people to the forefront, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we know how vicious Lance can be, so this sort of environment could be perfect for him.
Team up from Lance and Castle.
Shelly and Andretti. A
Low
match I think I'd
blow.
like to see in real life, actually.
I believe Dalton Castle just rocked Chance Taylor's.
I mean, you
There's
do what you must.
Unprettier
It's
from Juice.
It's pulp friction.
It's many things. Considering Christian only did that finisher because Mark Merrow stole his original, there's action from Alex Shelley eliminating Duke Hudson, I believe. No, Dominic Mysterio, sorry.
Dominic Mysterio, yeah. Another pulp friction. We had a welcome to the land and a splash from Shane Taylor onto Andretti. I'm surprised Andretti's back up so quickly.
The strength of Andretti steamrolled Taylor. Nearly getting the fifth is Juice. Juice wants to get it so quickly. Counted away by Hikuleo and Action Andretti. Then betrayed by Hikuleo.
That's one for Hikuleo. He's running out of time to catch up, but it is still doable at this point. But not if Juice gets his fifth.
Commentator's curse. Oh my God, he's on a roll.
Guaranteed. I don't know how many people we have left in the Rumble, but Juice I think is almost guaranteed to have most eliminations.
Yeah, he's at 6. 7. Got it just before.
Yes, it now means if Eddie Edwards wants the system to qualify, Juice has to win or be second.
8.
Knockout punch to Archer.
It's Archer or Juice Robinson. I cannot believe uses momentum. Someone put chili in the Juice because goddamn, he's going hot.
And I think this means either Eddie Edwards in the system qualify by default, or if it is a tie between them and Thatcher, then they will be the first qualifying match.
Yeah, a beautiful kick to the head. Wait, Bandito!
We have more people still here, Bandito. I have it written down representing the Outlaws, but no information on who they are.
Yeah, I have not heard any news on Bandito since he's been injured in real life. There's been no trios with him. Kind of a wild card, I would say.
So assuming it's a 30-man Rumble and Bandito was 29, we're expecting one more entrant. Which means Juice is definitely most eliminations.
100%. It's impossible for 0 eliminations to go up to 9 at the moment. Unless somehow there are, let me just do the math real quick, an extra 6 invisible men.
Yeah, well, it's 6 people we aren't aware of, but we've already been a bit caught off guard by the order change.
Bandito, I don't know if you managed to catch the drop kick. The Blackpool Combat Club claimed number 30. Here comes Wheeler Utah.
That's the great Yuta himself, making his way out, trying to be, partially this is a test from the BBCC, partially this is Wheeler Yuta wanting to show that he does not need, he can branch out on his own, he can do it on his own, and 30 is a good draw for him.
Nearly 10. We nearly saw the 10th elimination from Juice Robinson.
I don't think that would set the record for Juice. I think Shane Taylor did a bit better than that in that first Rumble, but
desperation.
I mean, we're already very impressive on Juice's part.
Juice, so desperate. 4 times, didn't get it a single one.
And Archer countering.
Flipping clothesline misses it.
Oops. all his weight on that clothesline. Arm Barney Yuta. Can't get an elimination, but can wear Yuta down.
Beautiful gut bust
Juice
from
box.
Juice.
Yeah, the Juice box.
I don't know Juice's finishes or signatures. All I know is that he's a Juice.
And the Pulp Friction, I'm a Juice fan.
Nothing prettier.
I can't remember what the Rock Hard finisher is, but I don't think it'll come up.
If it comes up now.
I believe that was Archer being thrown through the ropes. No bell has rung.
I think Archer maybe tried to escape away from Juice for a second, trying to catch his breath.
Yeah, Juice has been pretty unrelenting in his assault. And Juice, I believe, having the longest stint in the Rumble, so as of at very least the 4 people in the ring.
To the head, kick to the head of Bandito. 5th attempt
still
there.
holding on.
6th attempt does it. 10 eliminations for Juice Robinson.
So I don't know what the strategy is here now if you're Juice. Do you try and win it and get the get the quad bye, but then let the system and potentially Timothy Thatcher's that faction have another chance to qualify, or do you just
I mean, I think I'd take the
Take
bye
this-
in that situation, right?
For all intents and purposes, Juice is sort of in a win-win at this point.
Yeah, Juice can kind of... I mean, my logic here would be if you hit the bye, you can watch the competitors compete and practice and just train yourself so that you can be ready for any outcome.
Like you have that extra time to not only rest but scout your opponents.
Yeah, and even if you don't know the specific ones, there are sometimes running themes. Like, if most of the teams are junior heavyweights or high flyers, you can prepare for that, or if they're mainly powerhouse competitors. So, there is a way of doing it for Juice. If Juice is
As much
wise.
as we can't exactly look at the Outlaws because we don't know who Bandito has with him, but if we look at the BCC, they are, tactical and hard hitting, and you've got to assume whoever Thatcher is recruited is in a similar boat. But you compare that to the system. The system's biggest benefit is its experience. They are a vetted team, really.
The Juice knockout punch to Bandito. Going for the 11th.
Continuing
Didn't
to
get
hold
it.
on.
There's the 11th. So it's either the Outlaws or the Pew Pew Club.
Pew pew posse.
That just sounds like the weirdest child's version of a Mexican bootleg of the Bullet Club you could have made.
Pretty much.
3 degrees separation from the Bullet Club. Beautiful dropkick, high angle with the flip.
It also means now either way, Juice doing so well where once again we're having to default to second most eliminations.
Yeah, no matter what. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Russian leg sweep, middle of the ring.
Standing dropkick. It's when the match goes deep like this, like Juice somehow still able to hold out the advantage for the most part, in spite having spent probably about half this match in the ring.
Dragon Juice. He's still able to go, though. Definitely being the Iron Man of the tournament. Beautiful arm drag there.
Or can roll up, no good in this situation.
Yeah, instinct kicked in, but you can't just have that happen. Beautiful powerbomb goes for the pin, not enough.
Both men, stalling the instinct, wanting to go to covers.
We go
Good.
again. Beautiful Bandito bomb.
Yeah, almost a sheer drop on that power bomb.
To the gut.
Sleeper
Sleeper
slam.
slam. Straight down to the mat. And nearly.
Dito holding on.
Holding
It's the
on,
con now.
holding on for dear life.
Going up high. But Dito counters. Oh. Rolling into that sunset flip bomb. Juice is up first.
Beautiful senton. Bandito does it!
Dito gets it. So the Outlaws will have to wait till those finals to see who that is. We're gonna have to check the footage for that one elimination to know if we're gonna have another qualifying round. But then, whoever does have the second most eliminations will go against the first lot of eliminations and second place in the Bang Bang Gang.
Indeed, congratulations to Bandito. No idea why it says no entry 1999. Don't worry about that. But Bandito is going to get the bye. For the Outlaws, we'll have to see who they are at a later time. Well, that can only mean one thing, and they found him!
They found Conan.
They found Conan! The wanted posters worked! The missing have you seen this man?
Maybe took them a little longer than they would have liked. I think Conan would have been pretty useful in the semi-finals of the tag team tournament, as it was, inevitably it was Penelope Ford's interference that knocked them out. But on the other side of things, we found and we return.
Yeah,
DIY is fully healthy again.
Yeah, the team with Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa had some sidelines while Gargano was out on injury caused by Luke Gallows, I believe. Both men definitely. You gotta think both men want to tap that, right?
You gotta think both teams, want to get back into the tag division to that degree.
Yeah, and I think, the Portal might consider one of these a number one contender potentially for the title. I mean, DIY could have the Cinderella story, and LAX, well, we saw what Hernandez could do with a tiny Indian man.
Yeah, we know how powerful LAX can be. We know how technical DIY can get. And yeah, either of these teams that win will definitely be, putting themselves pretty high in contention for number one contendership.
Yeah, indeed. It's interesting that we're seeing Homicide start off. I guess done with a more agile, keep the strength in the back pocket sort of strategy.
I mean, it's probably a better idea against a more overall agile team like DIY.
True. I mean, we definitely could say Gargano's the more agile. I think if we were rating strength, that would go to Ciampa.
I mean, of the members of DIY, most certainly.
Especially with endurance. Like, both men have been through hell, but only one of them have been through a storm with Walter, for instance. Tag made to Hernandez, but they're unable to capitalize with a double team on Ciampa.
Yeah, Ciampa a little too fresh for that this early on.
Beautiful arm break there. Trying to break the shoulder joint.
Yeah, series of attacks to the arm. Like, it almost has twofold. It, takes out some of the strength of what is probably the strongest man in the match, but also, gotta think targeting the arm, maybe looking to open them up for the Gargano to hit the Gargano escape.
Indeed, indeed. I mean, to be fair, Hernandez has been pulling out a lot of strength with the border toss. You know, very willing to, and I quote, yeet a man.
Yeah, I mean that big suplex to the outside, almost over homicide. I think is a perfect, and timely example of what we mean when we say how strong Hernandez is.
Yeah, they call him Super Mex for a reason. He is indeed the Super Mexicano. Ciampa's got to get to the ring quickly.
Yeah, homicide running interference and almost getting the count out.
Yeah, you know, I was doing a good job there. DDT by Hernandez, tag into homicide.
And maybe that's a little ring rust from Ciampa. Again, we haven't seen DIY in a bit.
I mean, maybe. I think it's more so the homicide's, veteran instinct of just cutting Ciampa out the pass.
I mean, it was certainly a smart play and almost paid off.
You know,
Tossing Gargano to the outside.
being stuck on the outside of the corner is definitely not an easy place to be. You kind of got to go either one way or the other, so to speak.
Things are
There's
breaking
the
down.
reference.
3D.
There's the reference. There it is.
I think LAX is trying to actually manifest them coming out.
I mean, they got to at some point. You got to think.
I mean, people keep doing the move.
Double kick there. Trying to keep distance away, trying to separate Homicide and Hernandez. You know what would have been a funny team? Like
What?
in TNA, Homicide and Suicide.
That would have been which suicide though?
I'm trying to go in my head. TNA wise, it would have been Christopher Daniels.
I mean, there was a few just in TNA alone.
Oh yeah, but I'm thinking like the 2008 TNA, which is it's Chris Daniels. Unless Chris Daniels is in the ring, there was someone else.
Right.
Like, just the names, they fit perfectly.
Stalling vertical suplex there. Another example of the power of Hernandez as the tag is made.
Hernandez very good at that stalling suplex. But a suplex on his own by Ciampa.
Again, we said Ciampa, more power behind him than it might look like. Spear into the corner.
For a junior heavyweight, he definitely has that power of a heavyweight.
Yeah, we will be expecting him to hit, one of a few moves, most of which are pretty big, heavy lifting moves. Only real exception to that is Willow's Bell.
Yeah, but still going to be beneficial. Cutter onto the recently tagged in Gargano. Cutter into the recently tagged out Ciampa.
DIY all cut up. That low blow might change the tides.
And a
Saito suplex.
Taking advantage of the low blow.
And there's the Gargano escape.
Homicide's out!
Homicide, I think passed out there.
Gargano being wrenched on the neck extra tight. Trying to force it. Hernandez looks absolutely pissed.
And I think more than pissed, just surprised. I don't think he was expecting it to end that quickly.
I think Conan was either.
Impressive return from DIY.
Indeed, commiserations to LAX, but DIY looking for a brighter future going forward. Oh, lordy lord, the main event is a return to the loserweight division after we had 3 knockouts last week.
Yeah, the most knockouts we've ever had in one Who's Here championship match.
Randy Orton became Mickey James.
As Frozone had a lot of trouble with the top rope last week.
Yes, our current Who's Here champion having a moment. Busy on superhero duty, hence why he's not here tonight. David Arquette, former WCW World Heavyweight Champion. Competing for his first title in MLW, not MLW, in MPW history. Not a title he'll want, but, you know, still a title. And Michael Tarver, still the most surprising choice of person to come through the portal.
Yeah, and also surprisingly doing the best out of the 3 Knock It Out competitors, making it the final 3.
Here she is, the unfortunate loserweight champion Lady Frost, still not hitting the temperature drop.
Yeah, still not bringing herself to do it.
I think she needs to pull it
You gotta
back.
think in this instance, it is one first fall, as most of these 4 ways for the loserweight belt have been. You gotta think in this instance, there's part of Lady Frost thinking, I just don't want to lose this.
Like, it's going to be a very interesting one, that's for sure. Not certain who I would give the advantage to here, if I'm completely honest.
Yeah, it's a sort of odd mix of people, odd time in Randy Orton's career, like.
Yeah, this is what he's still referencing Barry O. With the tone that even he admits was a bad idea. But Michael Tarver, whose main accomplishments were in FCW, and you got former WCW World Heavyweight Champion David Arquette.
Yeah, I mean it's an eclectic mix, that's for sure. For those who haven't joined us for one of these 4 ways previously, the 2 people who aren't involved in the 4, they are both safe in the sense that they do not get the title, but they do not win anything either. There is a immunity to be won for being the one doing the pinning.
Indeed, you can only be a loser once per season, so to speak, and, well, so far we have quite a few people who are immune from the title. You got wrestlers like Rusev, you got wrestlers like Sangha, you got, Alex Kane. I had to think for a second.
We have the previous Cruiserweight champions. We have Luchasaurus. We have. Wasn't gonna say Kill Switch, but yes, technically.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I've been sent an angry letter by Christian.
I ignore those letters.
Unfortunately, I can't. He wrote it in red ink. He knew the weakness. But yes, him. And Cora Jade not immune though. But Killswitch is the only one who is immune.
Hey, Cora also escaping through a multi-man.
Yeah, Braun Strowman gained immunity in that one. Lady Frost was paid by Braun Strowman, hence. Wait, no, they weren't.
No, Lady Frost was heading down. Lady Frost here, she was heading down in a similar position to the other 3 members here. Cora not getting full immunity was, they weren't sure if she was fully out of the division yet. So she had one more shot, and both had one more shot, and Lady Frost lost that one, and then Lady Frost lost to Luchasaurus.
Absolutely, it's going to be one interesting situation for Lady Frost. She got to think she wants to get rid of that title as fast as she can.
You guys got to think, we haven't seen Cora since. I don't know if she's out recovering or if Cora's, going to want to look into actually trying to, build momentum now.
I think, I have a very sneaking suspicion the universe has a plan for her. The plan might still be for her to go back to be the loserweight, because currently she's the only person who could be a 2-time loserweight. That would make her the first ever 2-time loserweight in history.
It is wholly possible. But she is at least a win clear of the loserweight division currently.
I think the interesting statistic is so far it's been a 50-50 gender split. We've had 2 male champions and 2 female champions. For those who don't know, Dr. Kaiser brought the title 2 here. But the title was vacated.
has yet to been yet to find his way back in, but his record last year overall and in New Legacy's loser of the year tournament means he's definitely not out of the. Oh
There's
my
the
god, he's still up
overdrive!
there.
There's the overdrive!
Right, that's this area of Randy Orton.
I'm so glad we got to see it. For those who don't know, my co-host has a significant hatred for one Montel Fontanious Porter's finish.
I mean, I don't hate it as much as one John Blood, but it's definitely up there.
Done. Beautiful. Beautiful blow to the head on Michael Tarver. Orton gets arm round shoulder tackle. Senior referee Brad Maddox is now a crimson mess on the mat.
Comma of the loserweight division.
No, he's still senior referee. It's brackets of the loserweight division.
Right, sorry. It's wrong punctuation.
Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah. I signed him for this reason. You know. He screams loserweight division. Sorry, Brad. I bet you're lovely in real life.
Lady Frost missed an Inzaguri onto a stunned Randy Orton, but still caught David Arquette.
Talent. Talent is the ability to miss on purpose.
If that isn't a very loserweight spot, I don't know what is.
Delirious frog splashing Mickey James.
I mean, clearly not. Delirious not only won that match, but has also won like a few matches since.
And has competed for the never openweight title. Randy Orton became a new Mickey James, you could argue, because Randy took 3 different dives.
I mean, even more if we include the dog pile.
Lady Frost wanted to lose the title, but not want to lose it that way. Temperature drop!
Temperature drop!
Finally hit it! Finally!
And David Arquette hasn't got up since. Like, we have been saying that move is effective, she just actually has to hit it.
What the hell did Orton just pull out?
I mean, Orton does that backbreaker regularly.
Well,
he's the only person I know who does a backbreaker that way.
That was more standing. Like, it wasn't the kneeling version.
I think that's just because of how tall Michael Tarver is.
Michael Tarver's not that tall. He's big.
I mean,
he's a big boy.
Apparently he's tall enough.
I mean, he is called Monster Tarver now. Fun fact, he is the man who raps on PJ Black's Ring of Honor theme. There's a trivia fact for any Ring of Honor fans in the audience. All one of you.
I just don't want to have to deal with Honor Club is my thing.
That's fair. I don't want to deal with Tony Khan's Ring of Honor. It just feels like a worse NXT. That is a hot take.
I mean, apparently he's thinking of renaming it, so...
Oh, of course he is.
That might become more true.
Number 2!
Temperature chop into the cover.
Arquette's gonna guard! No! No!
Arquette was willing to let that one happen.
Arquette was gonna watch. Arquette's orders a movie.
I don't think I blame David Arquette. You know, that is Orton getting the title. That's not you getting the title. That I would let it happen.
Oh hell yeah, I'd let it happen.
It very much comes down to how much does immunity mean to you.
Like, even if you don't get immunity, there's like 14 contestants still who have no immunity who have competed. So you know, to the head.
No. Like getting in this position is rare enough as is. Like immunity is just an extra benefit. But like, as the longer the season goes, the more that benefit might come into play.
I mean, you do realize immunity does go through all seasons, right?
I mean that just says even more, right? Like,
yeah,
the longer the lineage goes. Like,
we haven't never had to bring that up, but yeah, if you're immune for like ever in MPW. That's why Kaiser came with the title. It's why he's still eligible, because he doesn't have the immunity.
Yeah, he did not lose it. The title was vacated, so. Yeah.
Which means technically anyone from the initial run I had with the title counts. That means Carlito, for instance.
Overdrive, roll up.
Please. Yes! And there's Lady Frost.
Lady Frost is free. Michael Tarver is your new Loserweight champion.
Arquette and Orton are just gonna relax. Glad they haven't won it. Ladies and gentlemen, Lady Frost. Not the fastest person to lose the title, but definitely the second fastest.
Yeah, definitely better than Cora Jade.
Yes, and ladies and gentlemen, that was your main event, which means that is the end of the show. Reminder of the results, Lady Frost no longer Loserweight champion. DIY winning via a submission to Homicide. We're still checking on Homicide backstage to make sure he's okay. And of course, the winner of the Royal little over-the-toppy rugby, so I don't get called out by WWE, is Bandido, with most eliminations going to Juice Robinson.
Yes, but Juice Robinson pulling second means he already, he basically gets both buys, so we will have to defer to second place. I will have to check the tape as to whether or not that is a tie or not. Yes, so next week we will either have the sort of tiebreaker between Timothy Thatcher's faction and the System, or we will have the System versus the Bang Bang Gang.
We do not know what's going to happen, but it's going to be a very interesting set of matches. What's going to happen next week? Well, you're going to have to tune in to find out. I'm Mr. Egg, and this has been my co-host Alex, wishing you a wonderful day.
Ta-ra.
Take care!